fire within 24 hours, I'll blow your planet away. The battle has just begun.
It's not even your fucking birthday. Yeah, that's right. It's been 3 long months since I've done any post-narrated Showdown laddering. Big air quotes on the laddering part. Videos, like at all. Like, and it really was what got my channel noticed, maybe? I mean, like, if you could even say that, like, I built up a kind of okay subscriber count, like 800 subs. People were watching my black and white Showdown post-narrated battles, and everything was cool. And then X and Y died out, and then Oris came, and people played it for like 2 weeks, and then people stopped playing Oris because it's awful. But yeah, there's a new game coming around the bend. Might as well keep up with the Showdown shit. And yeah, this is a team. This is, you might recognize it from my my latest or second to latest Wi-Fi battle where I have that picture of Volcanion. It's not a perfect team at all. Like, it's really very flawed. But looking at it, just the Double Dragon, Steelix, Fairy, and Volcanion thing seems, you know, intriguing. So I'm just trying to go as far as I can with that. Might change Rotom to Special Defensive at some point, since Skarmory and Rotom together are slightly redundant, but Rotom always comes in handy. Anyway, I'm fighting a low ladder Scrubs because I haven't played forever, so let's get going. He's going to lead with Houdini. I'm going to lead with Deontay here. He's going to miss Focus Blast. I'm going to go for that good old Moon Blast. He is going to go Focus Blast again. I'm going to try to sponge it with Volcanion. It misses twice in a row. Unfortunate. Going to go Earth Power on Dumpty here. And because I was able to Mega Up turn 1, I can Magic Bounce against these Blissey type things that only use Thunder Wave and Toxic. That's pretty much all they do. He's going to go to Zard, and then he's going to double out into Ferrothorn. Now, I do not have Hidden Power Fire. He's probably picked up on this by the fact that I used Earth Power earlier. So I'm going to go into Volcanion, predicting the rocks, get a free switch. Going to go for that Steam Eruption, which everyone is complaining about how it's overpowered. It does not much to Rotom. Don't even get the burn. And now I have to deal with rocks. I do have one thing to deal with rocks right now, and that is Scarf Latias with Defog. That is kind of the Achilles heel of the team, though. Once you take out Latias, then I don't know, good job. Like, I don't have any hazard control after that, and then you can just kind of shit in my face. But let's hope my scrubby opponent doesn't realize that. I'm gonna go Fire Blast with Volcanion. This is a decent chunk. I know I just complained about the damage output, but it's doing pretty good. And I am Assault Vest Volcanion, so I can take a Thunderbolt. I know he has it, so I'm going to take it and go for a Sludge Bomb, get him weakened. To get that Rotom out of the way sooner or later is just good. So I'm going to Healing Wish Volcanion here because it's looking like my Defog is not going to be around much longer, and there's no use defogging against a Ferrothorn because it's just going to use Stealth Rocks again. So I'm going to leave Volcanion in here. I didn't know whether he was X or Y Charizard. He actually is X, but he doesn't go Earthquake because he's bad. He goes Dragon Claw, so I survive, and then he forfeits. So that's that match. This is another match. This guy is more of a more serious team, I would say. Just looking at it, when you're low level, or when you're low level on the ladder, I should say, you're gonna see Dragonites all the fucking where. Everybody has DD Dragonite on their team in low ladder, and DD Dragonite just isn't really powerful enough in today's metagame. Choice Band, if you're going to use Dragonite at all, Choice Band is the way to go, but I'm talking over this. This Klefki actually has Flash Cannon. I was calling that bluff. I'm like, there's no fucking way. You're going to have dual screens and Thunder Wave or something. But he actually carries Flash Cannon, so that's Deontay gone early. And that kind of blows, but it's okay. Latias is here. I knew I could bait out his Clefable by getting my switch into Latias. So now Volcanion is here to blast holes in his team. And just looking at his team, is very Volcanion weak. Clefable's not going to be able to deal with Volcanion damage, nor is Excadrill, Dragonite, or Garchomp. I do finally get a burn with the Steamer option, which is really nice, and at this point I had changed Skarmory to have Defog. What I might have to do is Defog and Stealth Rock on Skarmory, but I don't like that. It just feels, I don't know, it just feels icky. I don't know, so I've kind of gone back and forth between having Defog and or switching it to Stealth Rocks and Defog on the Skarmory. At the minute, we're back to the Stealth Rocks, but Skarmory is definitely a nice defogger, so that's cool, but it also means I had to give Stealth Rocks to Deontay, and Deontay is not something that can really just, you know, stay in an extra turn and use Stealth Rocks. Like, it's a very fragile Pokemon, Mega Deontay. So I pretty much burned his Dragonite a few times. He had a Lum Berry or a Burn Berry or something, and then Skarmory's here, so he's trapped in Outrage. He gets confused. He's going to forfeit. Have you noticed a pattern? There is a pattern. But this is the last match, and I think this one is played to completion, and it is rather entertaining. Even though, once again, we got that Scrub Low Letter Dragonite, and we got a Slurpuff. And yeah, let's get into it real quick. I'm going to leave Latias expecting Infernape or Heracross or something. I'm going to go Psychic, that beefy, powerful Psychic, just to burn his Citrus Berry, because he's not going to be able to use the Speed Boost later. Just kind of burn it now. The Skarmory's in here. I'm just going to blow him away with the Whirlwind, because, you know, it's just nice. I'm going to drag out the Balloon Excadrill, and we definitely want to get rid of that balloon, so I'm going to go for the Brave Bird, and I think at this point I did have Defog, or not. I don't remember. Yeah, I got Defog right here, so I'm like, hey, screw you, buddy. The thing about Defog Skarmory is he could have just stayed in and used Stealth Rock again. Like, I really don't feel like that matchup it's pretty much a stalemate. I could have even stayed in and gotten Brave Bird like 6 or 7 times and probably would have been fine, but I didn't want to do that. And I just have conflicted feelings about having Defog on Skarmory, even though it is kind of nice to just have it. I don't know, maybe I'll have to introduce a newer Pokemon for Hazard Control, but if played correctly, Magic Bounce and Defog on the one Pokemon should be okay. So I'm gonna bait out the Slurpuff. It's whatever. If he let his Pokemon Dido Draco, that's fine too. Now he's gonna get his attack maxed with the Brave Bird. I'm gonna make a small misplay and go Brave Bird. Burbur actually is the attack name. And it's gonna lower my health to a point where he can take me out with Drain Punch, but that's okay. I got Dragonite, Choice Banded Dragonite with the extreme speed. Gonna be helpful. Excadrill is here. He doesn't go Rocks though, because he's bad. He goes Iron Head. I guess he wants to break the multi-scale. That's fair enough. Now the Stealth Rocks are here, and now, since Skarmory is dead, I can't do anything. My Defogger is gone. Maybe I've had a Spinner as well. Don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Spinners don't seem to be that good in OU. It seems at least from what I've noticed, and take it with a grain of salt, because I'm not really, you know, head deep in the metagame anymore. It seems like Defog or nothing, because Defog is just so useful. Anyway, we're back in with Volcanion, just tearing through teams. Infernape's going to take a resisted Fire Blast, does half damage. Now my Rotom is asleep. I had to put it to sleep against the Amoonguss. It's whatever, it's fine. Although I would really like Rotom to wake up now, but it's just not going to happen, and that's okay. That's alright. Infernape takes a soul. Latias is in here. Your fairy's dead, so I can feel free to Psychic. I get a crit there, that's cool, 38%. I'm hoping maybe I'll get a really high roll and kill him here, but nah. so he gets to do Iron Head, which doesn't really do too much in the long run. Now Heracross is here. He's actually going to pull the Mega Heracross, which is something I haven't seen since X and Y, since the genesis of X and Y. Kind of one of those Megas that fell off the earth, but it's still very powerful. I'm going to take a gamble here. Doesn't work out, obviously. I don't have enough speed investment in my Deontay to outrun Heracross, but I'm thinking maybe Heracross will be slower because Heracross loses speed, kind of like Mega Garchomp. Speaking of speed, I might have had a speed tie. Either that or the Dragonite did not have full speed investment. So I'm going to take him out with an Outrage. Definitely the turn of the match there, as I am losing to this Scrub. And Volcanion is just going to have to go down. And it's kind of alright, because being a flying type, I resist pretty much everything Infernape has. He cannot learn Ice Punch, so I can freely lock myself into the Choice Banded Outrage and take the game thusly. So that's a little Showdown scrubby low ladder fun for you. Really should probably try UU, since UU has exploded and has like twice as many Pokemon right now. And Sylveon is in there. Sylveon and Conkeldurr and Arcanine, like, that's just a team right there. So look forward to that if I get a spot of time, for I just feel like it, you know. That seems to be how I run my channel, if I feel like it. I mostly use it to entertain myself, but I really hope it entertains you guys too, and if it does, please comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you later on the flip side. YouTube.